So again, today we're looking at computing your paycheck deductions and then also looking at your net pay. So what is net pay? How much money you actually get to take home, right? Not actually how much you make, unfortunately, it's how much you take home. All right, so there's some key features to a paycheck, and all this is on your notes, it's just printed in. You're definitely gonna have deductions on your paycheck, and those of you that work, I'm sure see this on yours. Deductions include your Medicare, Social Security, which we worked on yesterday, your federal income tax, your state income tax, local taxes, any health insurance that you're paying for, life insurance premiums, your retirement or 401k, HSA, that's the money that you put in your account to pay medical bills, any union dues if you're part of a union, etc. So there's lots of things that come out of your paycheck every time you get paid. The employer's contributions to all of that also will be listed on there. Okay. So your gross pay, we know this, employees total before deductions, and then net pay is actually what you bring home. Your year-to-date totals will also be on there, so you can see how much you've made for the year up to that certain point. And then your paychecks usually also have your balance of PTO, that's personal time off, sick time, vacation time, anything like that. So all that's ring true, those of you that work, you're used to seeing all that on your checks? Yes? No? But you guys get paychecks, right? A lot of you work? Wow, you guys are quiet. It was really quiet without you, Neil, yesterday. I told him, like, Neil's not here. Somebody else has to talk to me. No one talked. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of do some calculations here. So we're going to calculate your net pay if your gross pay was $2,100. Okay, so your paycheck should be $2,100. How much then are you actually going to get to bring home? All right, so first thing, let's figure out Medicare, which in this example is 1.25%. So how do I figure out how much gets taken out for Medicare? Yeah, you're just going to multiply. Now again, some of you are still struggling with the whole percent thing. So you're going to do 2,100, multiply that by 0.0125. So 2,100 times 0.0125. So $26.25. All right, so that's how much they're taking for your Medicare. Social Security. So again, that's going to be your 2,100 times 0.062. Nice of you to join us, Travis. Thank you. All right, so $130.20. All right, what about federal income tax? And again, this is kind of a rough 10%. How much federal tax they take out always depends upon how much money you make. So you got to be careful on that one. Good, so you're going to do 2,100 times 0.10, right, for 10%. Good, that's $210. Don't mind me, I'm trying to fix attendance since you were actually here just with someone else. Otherwise, they're going to call me later and ask where you are. All right, state income tax. So 2,100 times 0.055, $115.50. Do you see your paycheck dwindling at a rapid rate? You can just throw them both in there, huh? Thank you. All right, health insurance. For what we're working on right here, it's just going to be a fixed amount. You're paying $155 there. So when it says fixed, it means it's not based on a percentage. It's just based on like an agreed upon thing with you and your employer. That's just how much you pay. And then dental insurance, another fixed amount for $25. All right, so total deductions. What do I got to do with all that? Add it all up. Good. So $661.95. That's painful, isn't it? All your hard-earned money, and there it goes. All right, questions on how you're finding all of that? Okay. Next part then, check totals. So gross pay, what was it on this case? 2,100. Deductions, we just calculated were 661.95. So what is our net pay, or how much do we actually get to bring home? Perfect. $1,438.05. It's painful. And you'd bring home even less than that if you were in a union and union dues came out, right? If you had money taken out for retirement, which I'm betting most of you will have like 401k or some kind of retirement taken out as well. So you'd bring home even less. All right, so if this was an example of a bi-weekly paycheck, how much is this person's annual gross pay? How do you figure it out? Good. Since bi-weekly, that's 26 pays per year. So they gross 2,100. We're going to multiply that by 26. So they gross $54,600 for the year. How much is this person's annual net pay? Yeah, so what was their net pay? It was, it was $1,438.05, right? So that was their net pay times 26. So $1,438.05 times 26. That's painful. You gross 54,000, you bring home 37 for the year. Slow down, Neil. Yeah, so there's a bit of a reality check for you guys. When you think about, they tell you, oh, you're gonna make $54,000 this year, and you're like, score, that's an amazing job. Do you really bring home that much money? No, you bring home a lot less than that. Okay. All right, housing should cost no more than 30% of a person's monthly net income. What is this person's maximum budget for renting an apartment? Now, be careful. We talked about your units always have to match, right? So we talked about their weekly pay or their bi-weekly pay, and we talked about for the year. This one's talking about which one? Monthly. Is there an easy way to go from bi-weekly to monthly? Or do you have to take an extra step in between? Yes. Bi-weekly is every 2 weeks, and unfortunately every month doesn't have exactly like 2 or 4 weeks in it, right? It's like 4.5, sometimes 5, depending on the month how it falls. So in order to, if you have bi-weekly, to change that to monthly, you have to take it to the year, and then you can change it back into monthly, okay? So we knew for the year, their net income was $37,389.30, right? This was their year net income. So to change to monthly, we have to go from the year and divide that by 12. That will change that to monthly. So $3,115.78 per month. But you cannot go from bi-weekly to monthly as a direct change, okay? You have to take bi-weekly to the year and then change the year back to monthly. You're gonna have to take that extra step. Could this person afford to rent an apartment for $800 a month? It said that it should be no more than 30% of their monthly net income. So if this is their monthly net income, I need to figure out what is 30% of that. So you're going to have to multiply by 0.3 or 0.30. Good. So we get, this should be $934.73. So the question was, could they afford that? Yeah. Their 30% of their income is $934, so they could afford an apartment up to like $934. That would put them at their max budget for housing, but they could. So yes, they could. All right. I love this question though, because the next unit we're going to move into is budgeting. So we'll start looking at what % of each of your paychecks should go to which area, kind of how that works. All right, questions on anything for net pay? We good?